As the first light of dawn brushed against the remote highland village of Eredon, a thin veil of mist slowly lifted from the verdant valley, revealing neat thatched cottages clustered around a central well-trodden square. The sun, a fiery orb of glowing amber, bathed the valley in a warm, gentle light, awakening the slumbering village. Rooftops sparkled with dew, creating an ethereal, shimmering effect as if the village was veiled in a blanket of stars. Crisscrossing cobblestone paths wound their way through the landscape, connecting home to home, heart to heart. Lush green fields stretched out towards the horizon, brimming with golden wheat that swayed rhythmically in the soft morning breeze. Eredon was more than just a picturesque settlement nestled in the crook of the mountain's arms. It was a haven of peace, a cocoon of tranquility untouched by the ravages of time. Despite its remoteness, or perhaps because of it, a sense of community thrived in Eredon, with every villager playing their part in maintaining its harmony. As the villagers began to stir, the day started to pulse with life. The blacksmith, a burly, bearded man, stoked his fires, his hammer clanging rhythmically against metal. Women, with baskets hooked on their arms, headed to the marketplace, their laughter echoing through the streets. Children chased each other around the square, their innocent mirth creating a beautiful symphony that resonated with the heartbeats of Eredon. Yet, amidst the idyllic beauty and simplicity of Eredon, lay an element of the mystical. Magic, an integral part of Eredonian life, was as common as the air they breathed, the water they drank. Glowing orbs of light drifted lazily down the lanes at night, casting a magical aura on the sleepy village. The town well, believed to have healing powers, was a place of quiet reverence, with villagers offering their prayers and wishes to it daily. And the heart of this magical aura was Eldrion, the wise old magician of Eredon. His ancient weather-beaten cottage perched on a hillock overlooking the village was as much a part of Eredon as the village itself. Endless tales of his wisdom and magical prowess were woven into the village folklore, making him a figure of respect and a touch of mystery. With the morning sun illuminating the thatched roof of Eldrion's cottage, a sense of anticipation stirred in the air. This was a day like no other, a day that would mark the beginning of an extraordinary journey. As the life of the village swirled in its routine dance around him, Eldrion looked out from his window, his keen, sparkling eyes reflecting the golden sun. He knew the time had come. The tranquil village of Eredon was about to awaken to a destiny larger than it had ever known. His gaze turned towards two particular cottages nestled among the rest. One housed a boy named Cael, robust and full of ambition. The other a girl named Evadne, thoughtful with an intellect that belied her years. Eldrion's heart swelled with a mix of apprehension and pride. With a contemplative gaze, Eldrion turned away from his window, back into the dimly lit confines of his home. Every corner of his cottage whispered tales of a bygone era. Old parchment scrolls, rare herbs for his potions, and countless books filled with ancient lore adorned his shelves. They were remnants of a time when magic was even more intertwined with life, reflecting the years of wisdom Eldrion carried within him. Yet this day was not about the past, but about a future that hung on the brink of transformation. Down in the village the day unfolded with joyful vibrancy. Cael could be seen helping his father at the forge, his eyes mirroring the bright sparks flying off the metal. His broad shoulders and strong hands were the proof of many such days spent labouring in the heat. Yet despite the sweat and soot, a lopsided grin never left his face. Cael was never one to shy away from hard work, but the spark in his eyes hinted at a longing for more than the daily grind. Elsewhere, Evadne stood with her nose in a book, lost to the world around her. She was a constant source of fascination to the villagers, a girl who sought knowledge and mysteries in the pages of books, while others of her age were engrossed in play. Her fingers gently traced the weathered pages as her mind raced with thoughts and questions. Today, more than ever, she felt a peculiar sense of expectation, like the air before a storm. Both Cael and Evadne, so different yet united by a shared sense of anticipation, felt an unusual tug at their hearts. They looked up, almost in unison, their eyes drawn to the hilltop towards Eldrion's cottage. A whisper of destiny echoed in the wind, calling them towards a path they were yet to tread, an adventure that awaited just around the corner. Eredon, all its tranquility, was on the cusp of a momentous change, the ripples of which would be felt far beyond its humble borders.